Imagine standing on top of a mountain, triumphing over something that everyone swore was impossible. This was no ordinary fight. It was against a force designed to destroy everything in its path. They were sure it would tear you apart, crush you, and kill you. Yet it was you who climbed against all odds, and here you are. Now, as you stand stronger and braver, they look on in stunned silence, their unshakable confidence shaken. Now that they realize they misjudged the unstoppable, it is time for them to experience fear. This is just the beginning. Let us begin. The source of suffering is hidden, almost imperceptible, and woven through the layers of perception. These burdensome tense hours, the discomforts that seep into your bones, do not originate from the outside world. They have their origins in an invisible world, a place where forces beyond immediate comprehension are at work. Write Amen in the comments to ask for divine help. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and forward this message to all your friends whom you want to be in God's presence and under the protection of angels. The turmoil around you or the responsibilities of daily life may seem to be the source of your suffering, but they are actually indicative of something much more serious. It is an echo from a hidden realm, an unseen thread that pulls relentlessly on your soul. Silent but powerful malevolent forces have their eyes on you. Their purpose is precise. It is neither temporary nor harmless. Their only aim is to consume your soul and leave you a ghost of who you really are. In addition, they operate from a distance, influencing the energy that surrounds you and convincing you that the burden you are experiencing is entirely your own. Their techniques are ancient and have been developed to exploit every weakness in your defenses, every small opening caused by hesitation, anxiety, and unhealed wounds. They slip through these gaps and attack with relentless force. Your whole being is affected, including your heart, mind, and soul. However, the real battlefield is still hidden. The common sign for I love you is Wadanalobben, and writing it down will allow you to fully accept and embrace the message of this journey. The areas closest to your soul, the shaky bonds of your relationships, the motivation behind your desires, and the refuge of your inner peace, are where these evil forces have the most power. Every action you take in this world resonates in a hidden and deeper realm as you stand on the threshold of unseen worlds. Unknown forces follow your every step, hovering just outside your awareness but never too far away. Why you too? Because they see a spark in you, a power they want to bring out. They are aware of the power you have, even if you are not. And they react more strongly to your every posture, not because they see you as weak, but rather because they perceive you as a danger. This weight you carry is a sign of your special strength and is not random. If you were insignificant, you would not attract their attention. Before your essence is fully ignited, these bad energies try to suffocate it. Your difficulties are a testament to your fortitude and a reminder that you have the power to change the very foundation of life. Please subscribe for confirmation of this message. Regaining the hidden power is more important than surviving this struggle. The pain you are experiencing is not entirely your own. Think of it as a force acting against you to erode your will. Knowing this gives you confidence, enables you to find your inner strength and take action. Moving on this path requires overcoming external obstacles, overcoming the typical difficulties of everyday life, and accessing the hidden spiritual plane where the real turmoil is brewing. If you want to escape, you have to confront the origins of these demonic forces that are embedded in your being. Only by facing it can you break the pull of this gloom. You are only now beginning to realize that the origin of your pain, so skillfully concealed, has long been hidden behind layers of silent strife. It was no coincidence that your voice trembled and your words choked as if held by an invisible hand. You have been the target of a deliberate attack, a well-targeted blow to silence what makes you strong, your voice. To fully embrace and spread this message, you can begin by entering 333, which stands for acceptance and openness to positive energy. It was no accident. Rather, it was a deliberate effort to limit your ability to motivate, mentor, and speak with conviction. Long before you, these forces saw your potential and acted to suppress what could have the most impact on the world: your voice, your expression, the essence of your communication. For them, every word you avoided saying and every thought you kept to yourself was a small but significant gain. However, you have now thrown aside the veil of deception. By identifying the source of this limitation, you also release the ability to heal, to communicate openly, and to release the energy they are trying to control. For we are not fighting against flesh and blood, but against the powers, against the rulers of darkness, against spiritual evil in high places. Imagine that your soul is always willing to shine, no matter how much people try to restrain it, just as a light can shine in the deepest darkness. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Tell your friends about it and subscribe to get more inspiring content. You were not weak or helpless, so you felt the weight and the grasp that seemed to capture your voice. Because they were afraid of the power in your words, in your honesty, and in your spirit. They were aware of your might, your power to rise up, to lift others up, and to give life to the dead. They were aware that if you managed to break free and find your voice, the impact would be far greater than they could ever imagine. However, as you stand in the light of understanding right now, you can feel their grip loosening. The silence they tried to impose on you was never complete. It was just a veil covering your speech. They could not silence you completely because your soul always has a melody and truth that cannot be extinguished. Every time you try to speak or stand up, the grip on your heart is now released. They believed that if they silenced you, they could imprison you. But it has strengthened you. It has created a reservoir of fortitude beyond their reach. Do you feel it? You feel freedom beginning to fill every part of you. The tension that previously made your expression seem narrow and tight is now being released, and healing is flowing through you like fresh water through dry earth. That pain, that pressure that erupts every time you want to speak your truth is diminishing. The foundation they built on your silence is crumbling. They believed they could keep you hidden, but the darkness disappears only when the light emerges. And the light that emerges is you, my dear. Allow yourself to feel as if you are lifting a burden that should not belong to you. There is now room for your voice to be heard and for your soul to breathe. All your repressed thoughts, words, and breaths can now come out. They could never have predicted the power growing within you. A courage ready to explode, ready to shake walls, ready to break down boundaries and reach the hearts of those who need it most. You can move forward with confidence, knowing that your journey was never just for you. If you think these amazing statements are true, please subscribe to this channel and leave a comment. Shaj2222. I am grateful for what you are doing. God bless you. This release and freedom will not only help you heal, but it will also benefit every soul that needs to hear what you have to say, every heart that needs to be lifted, and every life that needs the light you provide. Be strong, speak up, and never forget that they could not silence you because they never had the right to suppress your inner truth. This is your chance, your voice, and your time to shine. This healing process doesn't just happen to you. You have to give it your all. Your problems are a direct result of the power you have. Declaring that you are healed is not about begging for it, but about acting on an inherent right of who you are with the understanding that it is already yours. Through the power of your words, your voice is meant to inspire others, to encourage them, and guide them out of the darkness. The marks of resistance around your lips, neck, and mouth that were once meant to silence you are now turning into scars, indicators of a constant victory. Suffering that once seemed unbearable is diminishing as it is imposed by others who fear the light you have. Your purpose is always a calling, waiting for you to recognize it, renewing with your physical self as you heal. Now, the same things that were designed to make you less are becoming signs and tools of your ascension. Speak now with the assurance that your words are lights that pierce the darkness that previously threatened to engulf you. Now, emboldened by the struggles you have faced and conquered, every syllable that leaves your lips resonates with meaning. While you will experience the delicate release of this healing with every breath and movement, it is not limited to the physical world. It is about reclaiming what has always been yours, the courage to speak, to lead, to be heard. You have persevered when others have given up, stood firm when doubt threatened, and made decisions that many would be reluctant to make. You have acted with unwavering faith rather than the assurance of ease. If you are new to our channel, we sincerely welcome you to subscribe and become part of our hopeful community. By subscribing, you will join a community that shares inspiration and uplifting messages. You made a decision fraught with difficulties and uncertainty, but even in the midst of uncertainty, you knew which path was right for you. The benefits of that resilience are now beginning to flow into your life. not as a random turn of events or a world bowing to your whim, but as the just rewards of your perseverance and alignment with the invisible forces that create all things. In those pivotal moments of decision, you mobilized forces far beyond your own limits. Your journey was in harmony with fundamental spiritual values, with timeless forces as old as the universe itself, unwavering and intricately intertwined. These forces, fundamental to the order of creation, the concepts of reciprocity and balance, and the delicate interplay of light and shadow, are difficult to understand with simple logic. Every choice you have made and every obstacle you have overcome has caused reverberations in this cosmic framework, setting off a precise chain of events that now naturally returns to you. The benefits that stand before you are not the result of chance, but the direct consequences of your acting with unwavering purpose. You have persistently tilted the scales, and now the cosmos is shifting in resonance. The challenges that used to come your way were not meant to bring you down, but to test your mental fortitude. They functioned as furnaces in which your fortitude was created, with each challenge honing your inner strength and bringing you closer to the spiritual forces that are with you now. You have done more than overcome these challenges. You have paved a path forward, and that path is now illuminated by the benefits of your perseverance. Your current abundance is not limited to material gain. Rather, it is a spiritual enrichment that includes increased clarity, deeper understanding, and a deeper connection to the forces that create life. Can you feel this now, the small change in the air, the distinct sense of power aligning with your course? This is the result of choosing the higher course when the lower one is nearby. This is the payoff for every time you have sought solutions instead of giving up, for every time you have remained steadfast when it would have been easier to retreat. The spiritual laws are now responding by reflecting your steadfast dedication. The benefits you are enjoying now are not merely temporary. They are of a permanent nature that extend beyond this lifetime and affect worlds where your actions resonate in spirit and time. The universe's response to your connection to forces that transcend earthly limitations and its acceptance of your power are gifts from the depths of your soul. And this is only the beginning. They are more than simple affirmations. They are indications that you have acquired the knowledge necessary to live according to rules beyond the realm of common understanding. This richness is an example of spiritual reciprocity, a cycle in which your efforts multiply and strengthen. Your decision to get up and keep going when it would have been easier to give up created opportunities that others did not realize. Now you are moving forward on those paths. It is time to welcome all that is left outside as these doors open. Here in the inner sanctum, rewards don't just appear, they become something extraordinary, something unimaginable. By following these basic rules, you enter a space where power multiplies and resonance and purpose come together to affect reality in unexpected ways. Increasing the wealth that is now flowing towards you is the goal of your path. It doesn't end there. You have crossed boundaries that others cannot see. And in this circle, we show you how to continue to do so using effective contemporary manifestation tactics. Now, everything you have worked for and set as a goal is coming back to you time and time again. Now that you have persevered, it is time to take things to the next level. Your rewards from the universe are just beginning. This is not for those who are happy with small victories. Rather, it is for people who are ready to go further because they realize that the real adventure is just beginning. Join the inner circle if you are ready to be with the best and have unlimited access to ideas and lessons that will take your success to a level you can't even imagine. We are not here to pick up the crumbs. We are here to claim the whole crop. If you are new to our channel, we sincerely welcome you to subscribe and become part of our hopeful community. By subscribing, you will join a community sharing inspiration and uplifting messages. You have been misunderstood by your opponents. They watched you from the shadows, convinced that they were in control of the game and that every defeat would bring you closer to giving up. Every obstacle they put in your way was meant to weaken you, to stifle the light they feared but refused to acknowledge. They took pride in what they saw as your blunders, but ignored the fact that you were fighting for more than just survival. You were declaring victory. And that victory is now indisputable. They are the ones who have to face their own errors of judgment because the balance has shifted. You have exceeded all expectations. Every trick to catch you has only strengthened your resolve. Where they imagined weakness, you have found unshakable strength. Now, their carefully crafted illusions have been shattered, and they are in shock. They believed they had set your limits and that the weight of these conflicts would leave you helpless. However, they failed to see a fundamental truth. Your inner strength, not your environment, shapes who you are. The same challenges they thought would shatter you to pieces instead served as a furnace in which you changed and came out on the other side much stronger than they expected. At this point, their silence speaks volumes. The weight of their own bad decisions has replaced their smug joy. Your war, which once gave them confidence, has now become their greatest regret. With poetic justice, every trap they created was repulsed. They were so arrogant that they did not realize that you were not following their rules because you were acting on a higher mission. They hoped to see you stumble, to watch your power wane, but now you are standing here and they have nowhere to go. Their plan has been exposed and their power over you is now a phantom that they can never fully understand. The power of your success has shattered their pride, previously strengthened by seeing your hardships. They believed they had seen you die, but now they have to deal with your unquestionable rise. Those who had doubts about you can no longer hide their skepticism. Your victory has shaken their confidence and exposed them in ways they could never have imagined. Not only were they defeated, they were humiliated. Not because they could not tear you to shreds, but rather because they underestimated how resilient you are. Their shame is now overshadowed by your achievements, because every effort to weaken you has made you stronger. As you continue to rise untouchable, their once mocking laughter has turned into murmurs of regret. What they were once sure of has turned into confusion. Your victory transcends the situation. It is a powerful rebuttal to those who tried to use misfortune against you, showing that their plan was doomed from the beginning. Those who wanted you to fail are now forced to face the consequences of their bad decision. They are coming to the sobering realization that their defeat was predetermined long before the last second. Without a doubt, you have weathered every storm and shown the world your true self, leaving your enemies in the wreckage of their own miscalculations. Your troubles were never yours alone. They were part of your story from the very beginning, a legacy passed down through the centuries. This suffering was caused not by any decision you made, but by an ancient force, an invisible grip that passed through your family like a silent curse, a gloom that was there all along. For as long as you can remember, your existence has been surrounded by silent limitations and a sense of gravity that permeated your every move. This shaped your days and trapped you in a never-ending, seemingly insurmountable cycle of suffering. However, these chains are no longer there. The invisible fortress that previously controlled all your negativity has fallen. The power of your awakening has destroyed everything that generations have worked so hard to achieve in a single moment of transformation. This freedom is tangible, unquestionable, and eternal. It is not abstract or distant. If you believe that love and faith have the capacity to overcome any obstacle, subscribe to the channel and write Amen. The influence of your family, which had previously trapped you in painful cycles, has been broken. With the collapse of your family, your world has irreparably changed. The inherited obligations that have plagued you all along are no longer a burden. You are free. Remember this. Your struggle has liberated all previous souls and reached beyond yourself, paving the way for those to come. Not by chance, but because of your courage and determination to face what others could not, the heavy spiritual chain that bound your family has loosened. You stood strong in the face of an ancient darkness that few dared to face. This darkness has not only diminished, but has been banished, never to be seen again. Spiritual ties and intergenerational responsibilities no longer have a place in your future. The energy that previously fed on your family's pain has been expelled from your world. You find it difficult to envision the waves of change that will result from this freedom. All your previously unattainable goals and desires that were hidden behind that silent pain are now within your grasp. Your vitality, previously absorbed by a relentless shadow, is now all yours, vibrant and limitless, and the spiritual responsibilities that once held you back are gone. You enter life with a fresh sense of clarity and ease that you have never experienced before, each breath bringing with it a freedom that at first seemed unattainable. You are like a beacon that attracts more than good energy. Both the visible and invisible energies of those around you cling to you gracefully until they begin to consume your soul. When you open yourself to someone through brief interactions, shared experiences, or even fleeting encounters, You connect not only with their physical presence but also with their energy. Some energies provide help, others bring balance, but others are more malevolent, parasitic entities. These energies gently cling to you like buried splinters and embed themselves in your soul. Like a remnant that persists long after its source has been removed, the remnants of the toxic energy in your life persist long after you have removed it. These residual energies cling to your psyche like unwanted visitors, draining your energy, draining your strength, impairing your clarity, and making it difficult to move forward. Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. Think about this. Even after you believe you have swept away old influences, they may continue to lurk in the corners of your soul, like dust in a room that has been neglected for too long. You may think that leaving these bad people or circumstances behind means that you are free from their influence, but detachment is not just about physical separation. It is about cleansing your soul of what they have left behind. You may still be affected by these traces of their energy. They may be lurking in the shadowy corners of your mind, waiting to get your attention and pull you back. But the truth is that they cannot overcome the power that God has given you. They are faint shadows that cannot withstand your light. When you see these traces for what they are, remnants from another age, remnants that are not part of you, they begin to fade. Your weapon for victory is awareness. When you uncover these influences, you regain every part of yourself. You have a power that breaks the bonds and shatters each piece, proving that you are not helpless. Enter into this consciousness with the awareness that you are divinely prepared to cleanse these impurities, revitalize your soul, and release only what is good and true. Now is your moment to fully embrace the power that has always been yours. These energies thrive in the shadows, hunting for hidden weaknesses and doubts. They dissipate when you confront them and expose them to the light of your purpose. They cannot withstand the weight of your determination to rid yourself of them. Targeting the source, whether it comes from a toxic relationship, a harmful environment, or an unresolved previous experience, requires an active and purposeful approach. Identify where it originates in your emotions or ideas, then deal with it with the same force you used to break the initial bond. This requires constant vigilance to make sure that no trace is left behind. This is not a passive cleansing. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to help spread even more positivity. The unwavering power you bring to regain your soul is greater than any resistance these forces can provide. When this residual energy is completely removed, the effect will be instantly noticeable and transformative. The fog that has been lingering in your brain will dissipate like the sun dispelling dark clouds. Your mind will regain clarity. As the weight lifts, you will feel that your soul is finally free from the external forces that have previously drained and exhausted it. This freedom will create a profound sense of rebirth, not just temporary relief. A quiet and peaceful balance in your inner world will take root again in your life. You will realize that aspects of yourself that used to seem distant or quiet, perhaps forgotten strengths, are slowly returning. With this return, you will find yourself stronger, clearer, and more focused than you have ever felt before. This transformation in your life will not only restore the energy you have lost in the past, but it will also bring a new flow of energy. This energy will enable you to not only exist, but to rebuild your life with creative power. Deep in your soul, you have always known that you have this capacity to purify energy. Healing is not only an external process, but also an internal journey that requires a return to the core of your being. During this transformation, you will realize that periods when your soul is surrounded by dark and exhausting forces are only a teacher. Each challenge served as a stepping stone to bring you to this realization. Now, this healing and purifying energy is becoming a source of healing, not only for you, but for every aspect of your life. Mental clarity and emotional balance are no longer just a desire, but part of your reality. As you look at your life with a new perspective, you will feel much more empowered. Your freedom and clarity will be a light, not only for you, but for everything around you. The weight and limitations of the past will be just a memory on your journey. Remember that this healing process is a reflection of the potential you carry within yourself. Now, with the power of both your liberated spirit and your cleared mind, you will experience not only survival, but the conscious creation of your life. This new energy will lead you to transcend your limitations and fully embrace your life. The destructive forces that used to feed your energy can actually only exist to the extent that you allow them to. Once you decide that they have no place in your reality, these forces become nothing more than temporary invaders that you can quickly expel. They are fed and guided only by your conscious attention. However, when you recognize the source of these energies and consciously reject their influence over you, their destructive effects will dissolve and they will no longer disturb you. Although this requires deep awareness and courage, the power to do so is always within you. You have the power to identify the real causes of any mental disturbance or inner conflict and put an end to it permanently. Every difficulty and every conflict is never random or arbitrary. Rather, it is the manifestation of powerful forces in the deeper layers of existence. These forces are the dynamics that shape you, enable you to grow and challenge you to reach a higher level of consciousness. Recognizing them and understanding their impact on you is the beginning of a path that leads you to freedom. The process of identifying these invisible forces that protect your soul, support or hinder you, is a fascinating journey that you have already begun. It is a journey of transformation where you get to know yourself more deeply, strengthen your weaknesses, and heal your deepest wounds. It is also a process of rebirth, making you a stronger, more balanced, and in control of your own life. It is time to declare that you are now free from these forces and leave behind the bonds that limit you. All the destructive dynamics that you thought served you in the past will no longer find a place in your reality. If you find peace in this message, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share it with others. Also, don't forget to ring the bell symbol to keep receiving our instructions, because you have the ability to redefine them and take away their power. This is not only an end, but also a new beginning. You are stepping into a phase of your life that is brighter and freer than you could ever imagine before. In this new phase, you are no longer only the spectator of life, but also its creative force. Finding the real cause of your suffering will weaken its hold on you and ultimately deprive it of its power. Discovering the source of the troubles you are experiencing and the burdens you are feeling allows these chains to dissolve one by one. As the things that used to bind you tightly and restrict your movement and freedom are untied with conscious awareness, the difficulties that arise from these bonds begin to disappear. You are the architect of your own freedom. You do not have to live your life as a spectator at the mercy of external circumstances. You are not a passive observer of your existence, but an active creator and shaper. The cosmos works in harmony with your inner strength and determination. It responds to your will with an equivalent energy. If you can look within yourself and address the underlying issues and limiting beliefs, everything in your life will begin to change. The obstacles that once seemed insurmountable were actually supported by invisible forces that gave them shape. But when you see the roots of these forces and transform them, these obstacles will suddenly crumble and become ineffective. The responsibilities that life imposes on you are lightened only when you are able to grasp their true meaning. With deep commitment and courage to your own existence, you can create order against the chaos of the outside world. The things that limit you are no longer obstacles, but opportunities for your transformation. As you build your inner freedom, the universe cooperates with you, easing your paths and making the impossible possible. You no longer just exist, you become the master of your life. Weakness will be replaced by strength, uncertainty by clarity. By understanding the energy that shapes your path, you can connect your life to your true purpose. This is not the end of your adventure. Keep looking for the hidden factors that prevent you from using your talent to the maximum. Confront each and every one of them until there is nothing to stop you. And when you make that breakthrough or experience that significant shift, tell others about your experience. Let others see your victory over what seemed insurmountable, because it will encourage them to discover their own power. You have the ability to change your life. We have come to the end of this video. If you found value in this message, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us reach more people and spread this empowering message. Join our community, and let's continue this journey together. See you in our next video. Goodbye.